Hello there friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Evie, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the 7 requirements for your application process. It's possible for you to start a scholarship application process and then discover at the end that you're not eligible for that scholarship. You don't want to waste that type of time, that amount of time. So let's see what is required of you. Let's dive right into the video. First requirement is the academic requirements. If you are applying for a master's degree, you need to have the right academic requirement. That means you need to have your degree. You need to have good grades. I know there are other videos where I said you can apply even without the good grades. It's possible, yes, for you to get a scholarship without the good grades. But if you are in school right now, make sure you get good grades. Strive to get good grades. If you don't have the good grades and you still want to apply for a scholarship, that's still fine. You can still apply for the scholarship. It's possible for you to show that aside from the grades, you can still make a difference, because scholarships are all about making a difference, being a contributor to your society. So make sure that you have your degree. Second requirement is your financial need. You need to show that you need the finances to fund your studies. So if you don't say that I don't have the money, and you don't really explain that you need the finances, you have need for them, you have limited resources to fund your studies, they might think you have the money to pay for your school, so they might not sponsor your scholarship. So ensure that you demonstrate that you need the money. You need to demonstrate financial need by providing detailed information about your income, expenses, and other circumstances that might let them fund your studies. Number 3, demographic criteria. So when you're applying for a scholarship, there are scholarships that are tailored for specific places, for specific demographics. For example, if you're in Africa, there are scholarships for Africans. If you're in Asia, there are scholarships for Asians. If you're in Europe, there are scholarships for Europeans, and so on and so forth. So you need to ensure that you see where you're coming from and read the requirements. As you begin to do that scholarship application, check if it's for your country, if they allow people from your country to apply. Number 4, you need to be involved in extracurricular activities. You need to be making a contribution to your country. Your community, it might not even be at a country level, but just the community. What is it that you are doing? Are you doing something? Do you have a leadership role? Are you contributing to the economic development of your country? Are you doing something that is adding to humanity? That is very important. If you're not doing anything of that nature, you have to find yourself into one of these activities, doing something, making a contribution. And they will see that you're a person who's an agent of change, a person who they can entrust to give that scholarship to. And when you're done with your studies, you will make a difference in your country. Let's move on to point number 5. Your personal statements or essays. Scholarships often require you to submit essays. They want to see your personal statement. They want to understand who you are. They want to see your background. They want to see what you're all about and what you're doing. And they will ask you questions. You must be ready to answer those questions. I've seen people who've just said, you know what? This is time wasting. I'm going to apply for my scholarship without filling in the essays or writing an essay. And they've gone ahead. They've just put in their details, their grades. Maybe they got A's, straight A's, and they think the scholarship committee is just going to see the A's and they'll be given that scholarship. No, you have to write a captivating, something that is moving, something that they will see that this person, we have to sponsor them. This person is going to use this scholarship for the best of their country once we give it to them. So you have to answer that. It's a requirement. If you're not ready to answer, then don't apply, because they want it. You're just going to waste time. If you just fill in the whole application form and send it like that without answering the essays, they might not pick you. So make sure that you have your personal statements you're ready to write a personal statement and submit. Let's move on to point number 6. They will need recommendations and references. Scholarship committees will require letters of recommendation from your teachers, mentors, or employers who will speak of your abilities, your character, and your potential. Select individuals who can provide strong and relevant recommendations to strengthen your application. So you want to choose people who will speak for you. You want to choose people who are relevant. By that, I mean people like your supervisors. If you're working, you know your supervisor can provide a strong statement for you. Ask if they could write a recommendation for you. Ask someone who is in a high authority to write something to recommend you, maybe a former lecturer. They could recommend you. You shouldn't give it to your friends. Again, I've seen people who just maybe ask a friend, oh, because my friend knows me, my friend will write for me. No. Normally, they want professional recommendations and academic recommendations. So people from your workplace or the places that you have worked and your supervisors or lecturers from your previous schools, make sure you get recommendations from them. Share with them what you're applying for, and they will be able to provide you with strong recommendations. So also you want to balance it. You want to get from the academic and also from the professional. So you might get from your university and you might get from your workplace or your former workplace. Normally it's 2, sometimes 3, but 2 should be good. But if they want 3, make sure you provide 3. Point number 7, which is the last point, citizenship and residency. Some scholarships are only available to citizens or permanent residents of specific countries. Make sure to check the requirements and ensure you meet the citizenship or residency requirement before applying. So they want to know where you're from. Are you from Zambia? Are you from Africa? Are you from Europe? Are you from the USA? Are you from... They want to know. And like I say, they're demographics. So they will only give scholarships to certain people from certain countries. They want to see that you're a permanent resident, you have citizenship of that country, you should be able to produce that. So these are the requirements of you getting a scholarship. Make sure that you have these. When you have these, you will get your scholarship. I think it's very frustrating. You start your application process and then after you're almost done, you discover that you're not fit for that scholarship. I remember one of the scholarships I got, it required that you apply for a course that's related to development, economic development. So if you're not in the field of economic development and you just start applying, by the time you are done, you discover this is not even, you're not fit for that scholarship. So you want to apply for a scholarship that you are fit for a scholarship that when you apply, they will choose you. Read the requirements. Every time before you start applying for something, know what they require. Know the things that they're asking for. And then after you understand the terms and conditions and the requirements, then you can start your application process. You should go through and you should understand. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section. Leave them down below and I will get back to you. Or you can send me a DM on Instagram. You can send me a message on Instagram and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I wish you the best. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share the channel with anyone who you know who needs a scholarship. Thank you. Bye.